and welcome.
Welcome to the Movie Men podcast and our spoiler review of 2006's The Devil Wears Prada.
You could be more excited, man. You could be like, this Devil Wears Prada.
Devil Wears Prada? In this economy?
This is Stanley freaking Tucci.
Yeah, actually. Yeah, I was surprised that he was here.
That's Pete.
That is Brady.
And yeah, this movie, I got to tell you, exists in a no longer. It existed in a category for me that everybody has this folder. If you deny it, if you say that you don't have this folder of movies in your mind, you're a damn liar. I was aware of this movie. I could do a bad drawing, but all my drawings are bad. Sure. I could do a bad drawing of the poster, of the cover. Mm-hmm. I had no clue what it was about. Nothing. I knew sort of who was in it.
Sure. Loose things.
And by that, I mean, I knew that it was Anne Hathaway and Meryl Streep.
Sure.
I was surprised about some other cast members.
Very surprised.
But yeah, I knew nothing going into this.
Same. We both were.
This is a new watch for you too.
Both of us, yes.
Oh.
Yeah. It was about time. It was about time we got on the train with the sequel coming out.
It's imminent.
It's very close.
It's impotent.
Could
be. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
I didn't ask.
I haven't seen it.
I didn't ask.
Who would you have asked?
I'll tell you later.
Anyways, initial impressions. Look, this movie's a blast. This is a hoot.
Mm-hmm. A blast from the past.
As the kids would say, a hoot. I'm going to keep this short. And I will say, I will tease an interesting topic to come by saying 15 minutes into this film, I had it pegged. I knew exactly what was going to happen in this movie.
Okay.
And boy, was I pretty far off. I was pretty far. Not like earth-shattering, like, whoa, that's, I didn't realize there was going to be aliens. Like, no. But I thought it was pretty obvious and pretty predictable and going to go a very certain way. And it didn't. I'm
really curious because I'll want to hear more about that for sure.
What's your initial impression of Devil Wears Prada?
For a movie that was so...
Have you ever worn Prada?
No. Only Gucci.
I don't know if... Oh, okay. Yes. Well, yeah, I wasn't going to talk about your underwear, but go ahead.
For a movie that's just so famous and in pop culture and to have never seen it, I have to say I was pretty disappointed.
Oh.
And I came up with this... Oh. I feel like it was kind of a nap covered in lipstick.
Oh my God. What is happening here?
It did not work for me, and we will break it down, but...
Do you know why that's so disappointing?
Why?
Because in a couple of weeks, you're going to see the sequel now to a film that you're like,
this is dog shit.
Couldn't give two squirts about the first one. Yeah. So that blows.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it'll be like Top Gun Maverick, and it's just better than the first.
Sure. Yeah.
And maybe Tom Cruise will make a cameo. Who knows?
I've heard the Human Centipede 2 is innovative. So it does happen. It does happen.
Good.
So I could not have been more wrong.
Sure.
Well, I could have been more wrong.
Yeah,
the nail was not hit entirely squarely on the head.
So what did you assume and what was wrong?
So about 15 minutes into it,
yeah,
or 20 minutes, whatever. Like she's Andy's got the job. She's working there. We've established that Meryl Streep's a bitch, and we haven't yet established that Andy's boyfriend or fiance or whatever it is kind of a douche. And which was bizarre because I was like, we're supposed to be rooting for this guy, but he's also a child.
Because this is my hot take, so I'm going to take this right now because you've led up to it. But yeah, Andy's boyfriend, Nate, technically correct in everything he's saying and his points and his perspective of how Andy's changed and all these things.
Yeah.
But at the points of him delivering his interactions with Andy, I was like, just break up with him now. Like, I'm so done with him.
Yeah.
At the end when they're talking in the restaurant and it's like, hey, I'm moving, I'm a sous chef, but you can always hang out. I'm like, no, you don't have to. Like, weigh the board, girl. You don't, like, there are other fish in the sea. read a book, do anything else.
This is the guy that 2 weeks ago was hashtag it's my party and I'll cry if I want to. He's like what? He's like a 27-year-old being like, but it's my birthday.
Yeah,
and
it's like, get over it. Go for dinner another night. Like,
grow a pair.
Like, yeah. So I thought Nate was just an absolutely bizarre contrast to Andy. And, and we were, I think the intent of that was for us to feel, we're drawn about how Andy's hurting the people around her. And it didn't work for me. It did not work at all.
We're supposed to not like the fashion designer guy that's kind of hitting on her. And he's probably a total sleazeball and she shouldn't end up with him either.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I paused the movie at one point.
He's less of a buzzkill.
I said to my fiance, I was like, I feel so conflicted because she shouldn't be with this fashion designer guy.
Yeah. But
I don't want her to go back with the other asshole either.
Yeah. So I think he's the designer guy's the lesser of the two evils.
So anyways, about 15 minutes in, I was like, okay, so here's what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. Andy is going to say something. It's like at some point, Andy's going to flip her lid and snap on Miranda.
Okay.
And this will be a film where at the start of the third act or whatever, Miranda starts to become a little bit more of a human being.
That's what you predicted.
And right? Because that just feels like, how many times have you seen that?
100%.
Right? That's the, you know, Miranda doesn't stop being a bitch.
Never.
She's a bitch right through to the end. Now we get two things. We get her crying in the hotel room because of her divorce.
Correct.
And so there's a little bit of a human element there. Mm-hmm. And I, when seeing that scene, I remember thinking, okay, this is where it starts. Mm-hmm. A little later than I thought we were going to do it, but okay, this is how it begins. Mm-hmm. If she doesn't, she snaps right back out of it. The other thing that we get from her is right at the end, her little smirk and a nod and whatever when she sees Andy out working a different job.
Sure.
And she kind of gives this look that is a look of respect.
It was kind of Dark Knight Rises, a little bit of like the head nod, but not quite there. Not quite.
Kind of. But yeah, so that's how I was way off.
Yeah.
Way off.
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about? I've got a couple, like I've got not a hot take. I mean, I feel like the hot take is that the boyfriend in this movie is a piece of shit.
No, I'm right there with you. He is a loser. Dump his ass. And I think it's a fault of the filmmaking because for us to be really seeing how far she's sunk, we needed to like him more. Yep. We needed to get on his side more of when he's complaining or bringing these things forward. We need to go, honey, he's right.
Yeah.
And all the time he opened his mouth, I'm like, who cares?
Yeah.
Like, just leave. So
at some point in this episode, I have a statement to make.
Sure.
And an admission to make. Not like I'm admitting, I am admitting to something.
Sure.
An admission of not guilt, but an admission of foolishness or
Okay. Let me drop one thing on you, and then I think it'd be time you could take that away. I just watch that 3-ton piano that's above your head.
Yeah. 3-ton. Wait, hang on. What piano?
I don't know why I said 3-ton.
What's in the piano?
Don't worry about it.
Good God. Isn't that like 9,000 pounds or something?
Oh, yeah. Like it's more than a piano should really weigh.
Yeah.
I feel like just a blanket statement about the film that I felt disappointing was how mundane it was for me. And I think it's a problem that it was basically till halfway through the movie where I finally felt the first tension and interest and excitement that was going on. And it was the Harry Potter get the script bit. And I agree. That was fun. That was
a product of its time. Because the books are still coming out.
They're hot stuff back then. So I thought that was amazing. I thought that was fantastic. I thought it was a problem that it took that long for the film to elicit that kind of response from me. And then beyond that, it was a lot of meh afterwards. Like I was expecting maybe a movie. If we're talking about expectations, I thought there'd be more elements like that elicited, oh, this is fun. She's keeping up to the pace. She's not keeping up. And that was like a really standalone moment.
Wild to me.
Yeah.
Because I feel like this movie's got you written all over it.
I thought it was going to be. I actually did. I honestly thought.
Did you watch it with your wife?
I did not.
Oh, has she seen it before?
She has. And I
Does
was
she like it?
Not the most, because I dropped a, hey, I'm watching this tonight. Do you want to watch it with me? And she was like, I'm probably okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Doesn't hate it, but it was.
You guys work as a couple. Like.
But I'm actually
both
respect
have the
that.
same poor
the
taste
more
in
I'm
film.
like, yeah, that works. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah. So I thought
I could not disagree more.
no, that's fine. I think that's just my perception and your perception. And for me, it was just a bit of a drag.
Yeah. I think right from like right out of the gate, seeing Andy's personality and seeing Miranda's personality and having Emily thrown in there and instantly I'm like, oh, this is good.
Can I just pause you? Because I want to do my hot take there. Because if you're talking about personalities, I feel.
Wait, are we about to talk about which character are we about to talk about?
I was about to talk about like all of them.
Okay. Can I?
Please.
I just want to give my admission of obliviousness
Yep.
before.
No, if that makes sense. Yep.
I did not know that Emily Blunt was in this movie.
Me too.
Going into it.
Not a chance.
Then I saw her name in the opening credits.
I thought you were about to say I saw her naked.
Well,
You're not allowed to talk about it on camera.
it has no bearings on my review of this film. It has not affected or impacted my opinions. And I can neither confirm nor deny, Mr. Krasinski, that I have... No. I saw her name in the opening credits.
Sure.
And I was like, oh, she's in this. Cool.
Interesting. Yeah.
It was like halfway through the film before...
What?
And there was one specific line that Emily says that was very Emily Blunty in its pronunciation or its delivery. And I was like, oh, dear God, that's Emily Blunt.
Right?
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Because they, like the way her hair is done and her makeup, she doesn't look like Emily Blunt.
Listen,
And I feel like she's doing a slightly different accent, or she's like it's not the way you're used to Emily Blunt sounding.
Oh, and listen, I can't comment on the accent, but for me, it was Hey 2006 called They Want Their Eyeliner Back.
It was so
Because
good, though.
I had a comment about that with my wife because I'm like, oh man, I forgot this was a thing back then.
Yeah.
Like a thing.
Yeah, it's
Unrecognizable almost to a degree.
Yeah.
Like I understand why you watched it for a while, not immediately realizing it was her.
2006 eyeliner is like the National Treasure franchise.
In what way?
Why have we not brought it back? Like, what is taking so long? Yeah, no, man.
Yeah, it
Lay it
was-
on thick, like you're going to a concert every day.
Yes.
Yeah, it's sick. Okay, talk about, okay, now I'm going to make my statement too because it's also character related.
Do it.
I'm just going to say that Stanley Tucci is the greatest thing of all time
He
across
is.
all film and all television and all everything. And
Wow.
if you don't like Stanley Tucci, I don't think you can be trusted.
I think you can. People can have different opinions.
No, you can't be trusted. You shouldn't be given a loan for a car or a house, or because you're not going to pay it back. You don't like Stanley Tucci.
Rejected.
Piece of shit. Okay, what do you got?
Okay. I felt that other than Miranda, a lot of these characters were one-dimensional. Now, I will say Stanley Tucci was also an exception. I feel like he was great in this film. I think it was a flaw of the film or like a weird way to end it that there's absolutely no resolution for him. He gets left at the altar, metaphorically speaking.
Right.
He's left at the table going, well, she kind of boned me and she might look after me on the through and through, or she might just leave me hanging dry. And that character, there's no resolution, and that hurt for me.
But I think that's okay when you look at that character as a message about
Misguided faith and
just that type of that
industry.
That's an aspect of that industry.
Yeah.
And he's playing a character that is a real person in many fashion industry businesses, and that there's no resolution for him, because the message is that he is destined for this. And it's now who knows what happens in the second one, but in terms of this, I think at the end
he's back.
He's in it.
Okay,
and still working for Miranda. Now I don't know if he's gotten a promotion.
Sure.
But that he's doomed to just always chase that corporate climb that's never going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's more tragic too, because it's not just the corporate climb. That's a very apt way to put it. But in that field, it seems like it's more of an art, of a passion.
Yep.
So it's not just, hey, I want to get rich. It's like, I'm passionate about something and this hurt me.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I honestly, he was fine. Miranda, obviously, Meryl Streep, amazing.
She's amazing in this.
But it's like not one or two characters does a movie make. Like, you need rich characters all around.
Yeah.
For me, Andy was, hey guys, I'm normal, but I'm conflicted. That was kind of it. Andy's boyfriend, we already talked about, there's nothing there.
Oh, he's a piece of shit, but I don't think he's one-dimensional.
He might not be one-dimensional, but he doesn't bring the other dimensions to life. I found Emily Blunt very minimally layered. Like, the only layer that she had was her eyeshadow, which we talked about, and her comment on cheese that was a cry for help eating disorder. That was one of those phrases that I know in 2006 it wasn't a cool phrase, but even now it's like, oh heavens, honey, you need, like, you can't starve yourself for 3 weeks. Like, that's not okay.
Yeah.
There was just a whole lot of, I was expecting a little bit more richness beyond just Meryl Streep. And kind of like you said, where we don't get that third act redemption of like, hey, she stops being a bitch. You know, for me, that limits how much we really glean out of her performance to a degree, because you don't come to love her. So who am I supposed to love of these other one-dimensional characters? Stanley Tucci, I guess, but
and Andy.
Yeah,
she's our protagonist.
Yeah, but she was pretty flat. Pretty.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so
it didn't work. She's in this. She's coming really. I'd have to look at the dates, but she's coming pretty fresh off Princess Diaries territory.
Yeah.
Where she coincidentally plays a fairly similar role, stereotype at the time of like, hey, I'm thrown into this glamorous, pretty role.
Country girl in the city sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And okay, now that you say that, what's that? There's that old famous film with, is it Audrey Hepburn or Audrey Hepburn, where they like gentrify a woman and like glamour her up and get her to like become it's escaping me. I'll loop back to this, but I thought this movie was going to have
Ben-Hur.
Yeah,
I haven't seen Ben-Hur. So
no, it's actually the 10 Commandments.
Stab in the dark. Yeah, I haven't seen that either.
I'll loop back to you, but there's an old classic film that going into this, I thought it might kind of follow that same narrative, and it's fine that it didn't, but I was surprised that it didn't.
So for me, I feel like the characters are, I found a lot more dimension in the characters than it would seem you did. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I think Miranda's multidimensional. She's a multidimensional being. She's multidimensional, but not in a not in a way that we really get to sink our teeth into or feast on.
Yeah,
like she's pretty one note, right? Like she's pretty one note, but we can tell there's hurt there and there's stuff below the surface.
Sure,
and that even Miranda's kind of forgotten who she used to be, and because of what the industry has turned her into, right? I thought Andy was fantastic because Andy is this character who is chasing her dreams, and the question becomes, at what cost? And how far is too far? And when you're balancing relationships versus... And it wasn't always... I didn't think it was a clear message of like the black and white and put your relationships before your career and yada yada, because I was like, during that birthday scene where she has the opportunity to go meet with the friggin' editor of whatever that's going to advance her career.
That's what she's been waiting for.
In ways that, and I'm like, no, fuck the boyfriend. Like, it's whatever.
What a loser.
You blow out your candles
Like
tomorrow.
an absolute loser.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Like, I can't.
Having said that, he was wronged by her in other ways. And so were the friends. And like all the friends could see how disingenuous Andy was becoming.
I guess.
And we're calling her on it. But I think all the other characters that you think are one-dimensional, whether it's Stanley Tucci's character, whether it's Emily
No.
Blunt,
Stanley Tucci, I'm saying, was dimensional.
So anyways,
yeah.
I think so much of the characters that are in this film, the people we interact with, right, are commentaries on the industry.
Sure.
Are commentaries on, they all sort of fall in a different role, right? Emily's that spineless secretary like her nose is so far up Miranda's ass that you don't know where one ends and the other begins, right? But that's what you do. In hopes that someday you'll get invited to go to Paris, not because, oh, wouldn't that be a fun experience, because then someone will see you.
Yeah.
And then maybe
that's your break.
And maybe Emily's probably got some self-esteem stuff worked in, like, needs that gratification, needs that whatever. I think it's all very layered, but that's neither here nor there.
I think the only thing I will say is I intellectually understood what the film was saying of, hey, we see Andy in one way and then we see her change.
Yeah.
But there just wasn't enough that clicked for me in the performance and her on the screen, that it wasn't this tragedy of like, oh man, I really liked who Andy used to be. She's changed. I was kind of like, I guess she's changed, but really on the spectrum, like she's not that different. Like, sorry, I couldn't remember it, so I had to find it. My Fair Lady is what I was talking about.
Okay.
I was expecting.
I haven't seen it, but I know, again,
it
falls in this category.
Actually, I haven't seen it either, but I know the premise of it, and I think there's some similarities to what we watched in Devil Wears Prada, but I thought it would be very more heavily on like Audrey Hepburn is changed, and maybe instead of her losing herself, she becomes just kind of gentrified or whatever woman.
Yeah.
And I thought there'd just be more Harry Potter antics and things like that, and Meryl Streep turning the corner in the hotel room, and that just never happened.
Cool. You ready to score this?
I think so.
Okay. On a scale of 0 to 10, how would you rate Devil Wears Prada? And I'm afraid to ask. I feel like you're gonna.
I feel like I'm going a bit harsh on this. I gave it a 5 out of 10. It's not bad, but it sure as heck wasn't as good as I was really hoping. And I think you hit it on the head. This movie I pegged for something I would have liked. Like if I had to bet on it, I would have been like, this will be a great movie for me. And it just wasn't. And I was just a little bit disappointed. And I'm trying to figure out who this movie would be for. Obviously, some people like it. I guess if you like 2000s nostalgia and 2000s eyeliner.
I know you're a 90s guy.
You might. But yeah, 5 out of 10.
Okay.
What did you give it?
8.3.
So strong.
Very strong. I think this is fantastic.
So you're pumped for number 2.
It's interesting.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, yes, I'm excited to go see it.
Yep.
Again, this movie doesn't I don't know where you go, right?
Yes.
Like I don't.
It's a great question.
Now, obviously, they feel like they have a story worth telling, and so I'm going to put my trust in that.
They feel strongly about having a story worth telling, or that a story will cash in.
Yeah,
maybe a bit of both.
Yeah,
maybe a bit of both.
But so we'll see, right? You've got all the heavy hitters are all back, right? The big four, the big four are back.
Is Andy's boyfriend Nate back? Is the real question.
I hope not. Or he's homeless. He's just like he's like begging for change.
Like pushing a shopping cart with like tin cans in it.
Yeah. Outside of the restaurant he used to work at.
Sous chef my ass.
Yeah. All right, sir. Send us out.
All right. Well, please like and subscribe below. We appreciate your viewership. If you want to support us on Patreon, or if you want to support us on our merch store, links are below. Like, follow, subscribe anywhere. But again, if you're just wanting to help us out, the freest and easiest way to do that is giving us a like and a comment and a subscribe below. And until next time,
Don't be a Nate.
Don't.
Don't.
No,
Nate sucks.
He does.